I should be in bed right now. I really should be. I should be in bed right now. I was going to bed. I was working late tonight. I got a couple things done that I've been on the docket for a couple days. I was happy about it, and I was gonna go to bed. And then something happened, and I'm just gonna give people a second to file in. I don't even have it set up to show you, but we can just give people a moment to file in before I talk about how Ben Thorpe just threatened to fucking kill me. I'm not joking. I mean, it's not funny. I'm actually freaked out, okay? I'm, like, a little freaked out. I'm not even joking about this. This guy is legitimately crazy. Now, don't worry. We have guns. My husband literally sleeps with a gun right next to him, just in case of bears, but, Ben Thorpe is about the same size as a bear, so Victor could be getting his moment to shoot someone that tries to break into our house. He's been sleeping like, that gun's been sleeping beside him for, like, a year and a half. Trendlin, I cannot control what time Ben Thorpe threatens to murder me, okay? God. It's funny, but it's not. It's not. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. But I suppose I have to laugh or I'll cry. All right, let me show you what happened. I hope everyone is doing well at 3 a.m. 3:15 a.m. And I have screenshots of all of this because I have a sneaking suspicion that Ben Thorpe is going to lose his Twitter account over this. I mean, crowd feather was right there. I saw you. Okay. I'm just pulling up the screen. Thank you. I do appreciate that. At least a bit of good news on a night I was had a death threat. There it is. It's late. Don't judge me. Okay. Here's what happened. Ben Thorpe tonight on Twitter followed me and he started challenging me. And I, quite frankly, was working on something else when he started doing this. So I wasn't going to give it my full attention, but I thought, why not toy with him on Twitter? And, silly me, I wasn't, I knew he was a narcissist. I knew that. But this was unexpected. This might be one of those times. Do you guys remember, like, when I triggered Deb Philman and Carrie Smith and all of those fucking crazy conservative woke knitters, and I triggered them so badly that they broke? I think I may have triggered Ben Thorpe so badly that I broke him. I knew he was a narcissist. I just didn't expect him to quite fly off the handle like this. So, tonight, Ben Thorpe started tagging me in tweets and we're not at the threat yet, challenging me to a debate. So he says, "Hey Carl, I have two major platforms I think would be willing to host the debate you committed to and then redoubled your commitment to. The two platforms are Playing with Fire, a 6-digit sub channel run by a guy named Alex, which focuses on relationships and dating, but also hosts debates. 2, Ethan Ralph's Killstream, which I'm pretty sure you'll be familiar with, is perhaps the most legendary blood sports platform in the history of the internet. Ethan and Alex have ample experience as moderators and have no personal allegiance to me. My proposal would be a 1-hour free-form debate with the topic framed by you. And if you would like more structure, such as opening and closing statements, etc., blah, 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 no quoting studies, preparation necessary, I would bet my bottom dollar that you will not follow through. As you know, I will utterly and ruthlessly destroy you. Surprise me, Carl." And so because he called me Carl, instead of my proper name, which is Carlin, that's actually the first time I've even read that. because I wasn't going to waste my time on someone that was referring to me as Carl. So that happened. No, go back, go back, go back. Don't make me find that again. Come on. Okay. So I responded, "My name is Carlin. You can give it your best effort to get that right before I read the rest of this." And then Ben responded and he called me a disgusting pig and said he was charitable. And I said, "Well, that does that. That debate's going to be a no go, but thanks for letting your inner narcissist fly, Benny." And then Ben responded, "Ha ha, called it. A loser like this knows when he's gonna catch a beating. Can I just ask you one question, doctor?" And I said, "This is an example of a narcissist trying to regain control in a situation when it's been taken away from him." And then Ben said, "How about it? I just have one simple question. It's about something you said while reviewing my daughter's content. Just a simple quote I had a question about. I'm sure you'll point out that it's narcissistic to have a question about a comment you freely made in regards to my daughter. I'll happily concede that it might be narcissistic, but seeing that you've already reneged on a commitment you made, then reaffirmed, don't you think maybe, just maybe, you could answer me one little question and then I'll release you from my narcissistic clutches?" And I responded, "I'm very sorry, but unlike your daughter, I have enough self respect to not submit to the whim of a narcissist acting in bad faith. If you want to engage with me, put on your big boy pants and change your tactics." And then he responded, "Newsflash, my N word, I'm not saying that. You are submitting. You're just making a fool of yourself in doing so. As for self respect, have you looked in the mirror recently? Is that what self respect looks like these days?" And I responded, "This is an example of a narcissist engaging in smears against a person they are trying to get under control." And then Ben responded, "The only smear is going to be the one that you leave when you're no longer with us, oh wise one. Speaking of which, that's what my question was about." And then I responded, "The narcissist is trying to get a response out of me. The responses I'm giving him are challenge fuel because I'm not allowing him to control me. Challenge fuel is more powerful to a narcissist than positive affirmation is. By engaging in this, I'm feeding the narcissism." And then Ben responded, and I did report him for it. And I would encourage everyone to report Ben Thorpe for making a violent threat. Ben says, "Let's skip to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you? I know that might sound a bit shocking. By the logic of your actions forces me to that conclusion. Can I explain how?" Does that sound like a death threat to anyone else? Did Ben Thorpe just threaten to drive up to my house and kill me? Am I misreading this in any way, shape, or form? Yep, that's what you see too, John? Yep, yep, mm-hmm, yep, mm-hmm, yep. Looks like a death threat. It does. Yep, mm-hmm. So then I responded after reporting it and taking a fucking screenshot. So then I responded, it kind of sounds like Ben Thorpe just threatened to murder me, which means I ignited his narcissistic fury. But Since that does seem like a death threat, I'll let my husband know to make sure all the guns are loaded and we'll be informing the police. Cheers." And that was going to be the last thing I said about it. And I was going to go to bed. But then I started laying in bed and I was like, this is, and I am actually like legitimately worried about like Ben Thorpe being psychotic enough that I was like, at first I was like, this isn't serious. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, Carlin, he's making death threats on the internet. Maybe now is the time for just the slightest degree of caution. And then I was laying in bed and Ben Thorpe just kept fucking responding. So I took pictures of the responses. I don't even think I can get into them because I reported this tweet on here. Yeah, it won't let me get into it, but hang on. I can show you the screenshots. I guess I could just go right into his profile as well, couldn't I? Hang on. That might be the god damn it, better thing to do. To see if he is still responding. Like a good Christian, father of 6. That's the screenshot. God damn it. Let's go down here. Okay. Here's what Ben said in response to me saying, "It sounds like Ben Thorpe just threatened to murder me." He said, "I'm sorry if you don't understand how the English language works. Try looking up the word threat for starters. I have no desire or plan to kill you, so you can tell the hubby to relax and get back to preparing your next meal. What I want to know is, why are you taunting me to kill you?" And then I didn't do anything else. And he quote tweeted me again. And he said, "One more thing. You really should inform the police that you see fit to openly and wantingly make outrageous and completely unprovoked defamatory statements about the daughters of a huge man who you acknowledge would be capable of violence and who lives nearby, and ask them," and he does live nearby. Ben Thorpe lives within about an hour, 90 minutes of my house. "And ask them how they feel about putting their lives on the line to defend those actions. My guess is that they'll find you to, or excuse me, my guess is that they'll ask you to find another town to live in." Actually, no, they won't do that. They'll assure you that, of course, their job is to defend you no matter how stupid and indefensible the things you say are. But when that call comes in because you tried this with another man who lacks my Christian commitments, don't be surprised if somehow the boys in blue get delayed in coming out and express their deepest condolences for not being able to blah, blah, blah. So it kind of sounds like Ben Thorpe is threatening to kill me. This does not wage my concerns, offensive saint. God, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. Also, I might be high. Don't hold it against me. I was going to sleep, okay? Rottweiler. Of course, caution is warranted, but we should also remember that NPDs are utilitarian when calculating energy spent versus the benefit, always opting to the least expensive action. Empty threat, hopefully, in my opinion. But I would normally agree with you, Rottweiler. However, making death threats on Twitter doesn't seem to be the most utilitarian decision, because it's pretty easy to document. I mean, he's going to lose his Twitter account over this. If he ever wants to be an influencer, perhaps feigning a death threat, even if it is feigning, which I am not completely convinced that it is. Like, who does this? Seriously. Who does this? Exactly. Implying the cops won't help me is like saying no one will hear you scream. Oh, I'm reporting it. I'm going to the police in the morning. I'm not fucking around. I'm going to the police. I'm getting a restraining order. Fuck that asshole. Yes, I am sure that is actually Ben. I've had death threats before. I've never quite had something like this happen. This is new. I suppose it's good to experience new things, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Talk to me. I don't know how to react to this. This is new. I don't know. Mm. Happy New Year. Yeah, I am a bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I am a bit concerned. Well, we have guns in the house. Don't worry. Like I said, you may not have been here. My husband literally sleeps with a gun right next to him. Like, we have guns. We have big guns. Grace just finished a stream in which she said Ben isn't talking to her. Well, let's all keep our fingers crossed that Ben Thorp isn't driving to my house right now. He screams lots of things. He does indeed. She has the car and she says he's sick in bed. Oh, he is sick, okay. Okay, so Grace has the car, so Ben can't go anywhere. That's confirmed at least. Apparently so. Let me get back to the other one. Let me just have that one on the screen, just, for posterity. It's not every day you get a death threat on Twitter. That's not comforting. Mm. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah. No debate. No. Mm-mm. Is it possible that Grace was forced to say that she had the car publicly so that Ben would have an alibi? Is that a possibility, Thorpe people? I do not debate people who send me death threats on Twitter. I'm sorry. Oh, a girl has to have standards, okay? Yeah, can all the Catholics please like pray a rosary or something? Please. That'd be really great. Yeah. If you want to if they want to be influencers on the internet, then you know, not issuing death threats over someone offering an opinion on the internet would probably be appropriate. Probably. It's just not behavior I think is good to encourage, Joe. I think it's a bad idea. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just kind of sitting here right now hoping that someone will give me some sort of comfort in the chat that I'm not going to be shot in my sleep. I know you guys can't really say anything, but I'm serious. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, Jason, yep, I would say that Ben has lost the debate. I would say so. Trendlin, he said, "Let's skip to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you? I know that might sound a bit shocking, but the logic of your actions forces me to that conclusion. Can I explain how?" Oh, they don't. Are you sure about that? Ride. Don't lie to me. Come on. This is like an out of body experience. I don't feel like this is actually happening to me right now. Like, bro. Has he tweeted anything else? Thank you, Benjamin. That's very sweet. Very sweet. Oh, let's see. Has he tweeted anything else? Nope. Will Ben Thorpe still have a Twitter account in the morning? I am going to bet not. If I were a betting girl, I would say no. Well, I'm usually not threatened with a death threat, Heather, but thank you. I appreciate that. God dang. He was going after lots of people on Twitter tonight, threatening a criminal complaint in Boston. I know your name, but I don't know who you are or how you're involved in any of this, but I recognize the name. Oh, okay. Good. Good. What do you have to say about all this? What are your thoughts? I know you're involved in this whole fucking clan somehow. I just don't know how. People say it. You can go to my Twitter feed and see the entire conversation. I read it all from the very beginning. So you can go see for yourself. Bro, isn't your stream supposed to be about me, not about you? Can we focus on the situation? All right? Does this reinforce the narcissist belief or not? Oh, I would definitely say that this reinforces the fact that Ben Thorpe is a narcissist. Yep. Mhm. I mean, that escalated quickly. That escalated a little too quickly. No sane, intelligent individual would stoop to thinking these thoughts, let alone express them on the internet. He's obviously elusive. See, this is my concern. This is the problem. Death threats do not get mulligans. There are certain lines that you do not cross. No, I'd say that debate's off. Yeah, I think that's a bad idea. Well, bro, life isn't fair and not everyone gets a pony, okay? Life is not fair. Yeah, this is what it's come to. This is what happens when you do this. I mean, I think one could certainly make the argument. I think they could. I do feel pretty good about the fact that apparently he doesn't have the car. So that's a, you know, point in my column at the moment. All right, I don't really have anything else to say. Does anyone else have any final thoughts? Has been tweeted? Let's just check. Why not? Why not? Nope, doesn't look like he's tweeted. People were saying he was going after other people tonight. Let's see. No, no, don't think it's a good idea. No. I do not know Lalo. I do not trust Lalo. I'm sure Lalo is a very nice person, but not tonight. Okay, what is this little rabbit hole? You didn't do anything. We're just not acquainted, and I don't want to be on the internet that much longer tonight. I'm sorry. He didn't show up to court to fight against losing his kids. I honestly don't think he'll drive 90 minutes to go after someone. Hmm. Good. I'm glad we're still friends. Good. Well, that remains to be seen. I hope that's true. Let's see what this is. This man just posted a full on love letter to Mr. Girl Returns subreddit. Okay. What happened then? The letter is about me, not Max. Thank you very much. People act horrified because the thought of, I have no idea what this is about. But then Ben Thorp tweeted it and he said, "Hey, oh, Grace, I'll get to you in a second. Hey, dickhead, I'm going to be in the Boston area in the next week or so. When I'm there, I plan on filing a criminal complaint against you for threatening me. I may also toss in the fact that it appears you have a municipal traffic sign in your room. I did consider hopping on an apology wagon and maybe easing off the dildo art. You'll have plenty of dicks in your face in prison." It's very nice of Ben. Very nice of him. Yep. Mhm. Let's just go back and get the death threat on the screen. just because, and then I will deal with Grace in my chat. All right, let's see. This is not a threat by any legal definition. While the police will be deciding that tomorrow, Grace, or in a couple hours from now, and stating that my father is threatening to take your life is more public slander. Oh, yeah? Okay. You will pay for this. Ooh, shaking. Are you people fucking insane? Let's skip to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want to? Let's cut to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you? Really? Really? Grace, reading tweets on the internet and expressing a personal opinion about a family that is actively positioning themselves as being the incest family is not defamation. I'm literally reading his tweets on the internet. If you hadn't lost your shit and acted like a lunatic in the first place over someone expressing an opinion that you did not like, your father perhaps wouldn't be making death threats on Twitter tonight, for which I will be going to the police about in a couple of hours. No, Grace, what I'm going to do is go to the police and they can decide what to do with this. I will take it to the police. Yes, 100%. You guys can have all the feelings you want about that. I'm reading the tweets on Twitter right now. I will, honey. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Well, then you wouldn't be here right now, would you, Grace? Reading someone's public comments is not slander. And we can now add gaslighting to this. Of course, Ben was also trying to gaslight me. No, Grace, no, I will not film myself going to the police. Because I know you two are fucking around to make content on the internet. I'm actually not. So, no. You actually look good by comparison now. I was watching you guys comment on one of the videos and you were being the voice of reason. And I was like, should I unblock him? Should I give him a little reward for being like the rational voice of reason for once? He said, why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you? Grace, when your father is sending me death threats, then I'm going to talk about that to make sure people know what's going on. Yo, I'm aware. I'm aware what this fucking says. Did you see the other ones? Hang on, I need to get another water. One sec. The last water I have up here. God damn it. What the fuck? It's true. See, now Mio's using this as an opportunity. He's like, I'm going to get her to unblock me on Twitter tonight. And then he's going to do something fucking evil in return. But, to Mio's credit, I don't actually think he would go this far. So, there's a scale that I'm grading on now. Okay, so this isn't the only one he sent. This is the first one that he sent. Let's cut to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you? I know that might sound a bit shocking, but the logic of your actions forces me to that conclusion. Can I explain how? And then he said, I just took screenshots of this for when Ben Thorpe's Twitter account inevitably gets banned for making violent fucking threats. Then he said, I'm sorry if you don't understand how the English language works. Try looking up the word threat for starters. I have no desire or plan to kill you, so you can tell the hubby to relax and get back to preparing your next meal. What I want to know is, why are you taunting me to kill you? And then he said, one more thing, you really should inform the police that you see fit to openly and wantingly make outrageous and completely unprovoked defamatory statements about the daughters of very huge men who you acknowledge to be capable of violence, and ask them how they feel about putting their lives on the line to defend their actions. My guess is they'll ask you to find another town to live in. Actually, that's not the most recent one because he edited it, I think. Hang on. That's not the most recent one. Stand by. He was doing several drafts of the tweets. Okay, here's the new one. Screenshot. So it was basically the same as before, that he's basically telling me, if I go to the police, then they won't help me. And then he added on, actually, no, they won't do that. They'll assure you that, of course, their job is to defend you, no matter how stupid and indefensible the things you say are. But when that call comes in, because you tried this with another man who lacks my Christian commitments, don't be surprised if somehow the boys in blue get delayed in coming out and express their deepest condolences for not being able to. He literally said that if I show the police the death threats, that the police would think I'm being ridiculous to the point where they wouldn't respond to a call should he show up at my house. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, but remember, I'm defaming them by reading Ben's tweets on the internet. Oh, Brittany's here. Oh, great. Can we all just can the three of us just not fucking fight tonight? Can we just have one night? Just one? Like truce. Temporary truce. Okay? We all now have a common enemy. Fuck this asshole. Imagine thinking calling Ben a narcissist is ruining the reputation of the incest family, laughing my ass off, Grace. Your dad is a narcissist, and so is Trump. Donald Trump is absolutely a narcissist, and Taylor Swift is too. Narcissism is probably the least of his disorders, laughing my ass off. What the fuck? We're not the ones issuing death threats, Grace. There might not be many lines that I think all three of us would like hesitate to cross, but I think the death threat line is one that I think Mio, Brittany, and I can all agree that the death threat is a line too far. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. We have guns. My husband sleeps with a gun right next to him. It's obviously and clearly a real threat. Every single part of how he wrote it was designed to threaten me. It is obviously and clearly a real threat. Grace, how do you think that this is going to reflect onto you? You're going to be like the only one that stands by Ben when he's making death threats on the internet? Let's just get the original threat back on the screen. Why not? Hang on, let me just put the updated screenshot. Oh, that's it, right? Yep. Just to have it. Just in case for when Ben inevitably gets banned on Twitter for this. There we go. Grace doesn't care. She's got like next level Stockholm syndrome or something, laughing my ass off. Her dad can do no wrong in her eyes. I don't disagree. I would say several tweets in a row with veiled threats might, be considered threatening. Everyone pays for their blue check. It's only a crime for other people. He really loves me, and I'm the one who abuses him, actually. Uh-huh. I don't need to look up the definition, Grace. I'm going to the police. The only reason I'm displaying your chats is to get them on the record, just so you're aware. It says, "Let's skip to the chase, Carlin. Why do you want me to drive up to your house and kill you?" I've got screenshots of it all, Benjamin. As we do. I'm going to the police. Yes, I am going to the police. Just not right now because it's 4 a.m. All right. Speaking of which, it is 4 a.m. So I'm going to go to bed. But does anyone else have any final questions or thoughts before I wrap up? Grace never explained the strap on. By the way, Carlin, be careful when Ben gets there. You never know. Thank you, Mia. Thank you. I appreciate it. One night of peace. Yep. Okay, Grace. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. It's not slander if it well, it's not slander because it's an opinion. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Thank you for spending some time with me tonight. I appreciate it. Lalo, I hope you enjoyed the stream. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed.